Well, again, that was Chris Earl with CK6 Consulting, Reverse Rocking Our Ranch, and bidonbeef.com. And I'm so proud to be able to work with him and partner with him on these exciting projects. And as you could tell, there's no shortage of enthusiasm for this platform and what we are offering to the public. And so not only do we see this being a beautiful opportunity for America's beef producers, but let's talk a little bit now on the consumer side. So Chris is back out working cattle, and I'm under the gun here trying to get this episode recorded because I too have to head outside for the rest of the day. We're putting in embryos on our recipient herd today, so I've got plenty of work this evening to do. Got to go actually cowgirl and not just run my mouth, right? But for the remainder of this show, I want to unpack a little bit more about the Bid on Beef platform. So here's the whole thing. Our auction company at Bid on Beef, we are revolutionizing how American families procure the finest cuts of beef to enjoy with loved ones at home. We are passionate about caring for our land and our cattle, and the result is high quality, delicious, savory steaks, roasts, briskets, and burgers. Our desire is to connect with people we aim to serve by going direct to you, our customers. Through live beef auctions, we want to give you the opportunity to choose the cuts and the price of your beef. From the comfort of your home, immerse yourself in the cowboy way as you bid on beef during our live beef auctions. With each bid, you become a part of something bigger, a community bound by a shared love for exceptional Angus and Wagyu beef and a commitment to supporting hardworking American ranchers. We carefully vet each family farm and ranch with an incredible beef eating experience in mind. Our guarantee on this platform is the premium Angus and Wagyu beef offered in our auctions is American raised, fed, processed, packaged, and delivered from the loving hands of our individual cattle ranching families. So you can be a part of Bid on Beef, where you're the taste maker and the price maker. Select your cuts and join the fast-paced fun of an auction process. With your top bid, you secure your favorite lot and you savor the win and the thrill of victory and buy with confidence, knowing that amazing beef is headed to your door. Welcome to the Bid on Beef experience. Again, you can check the platform out at bidonbeef.com. Use code WELCOME10 for your first $10 off when you register and bid in your first auction sale. And here's what makes Bid on Beef great. Bid on Beef guarantees that we have vetted and trusted sellers. We're not making this the Craigslist of meat markets. This is truly a desire to bring the best of the best beef to the American public with a focus on quality, because there's nothing worse than having a bad steak. And we know that if you have a bad beef eating experience, you're not coming back to the platform. And so at Bid on Beef, we want to offer these opportunities to sell to American cattle ranching families, but competition is going to be key in leveling up on every aspect of the business, from the genetics to the EPDs of the cattle you're selecting to breed to, focusing on carcass traits, to that feed and nutrition piece, to the animal health, the grazing, the management, all the way to working with a USDA facility, to packaging it and shipping it to ensure that that beef arrives frozen solid at that customer's door. So having vetted and trusted sellers is going to be of utmost importance. And we go to great lengths to vet our sellers, ensuring you're buying from reputable ranchers that meet our standards of quality. The second guarantee that we can offer is that this is a rancher consumer connection. We talk about it all the time in agriculture. How can we bridge the gap from rural and urban America? My whole speaking career is built on that concept that if we can get closer to the consumer retail dollar, if we can get closer to the people we aim to serve, there are opportunities there. And more than that, in addition to building businesses, when we bring the general public onto Team Beef, onto Team American Cattleman and Woman, they vote with us too, right? When they see ballot initiatives that come forward that are dictated by animal rights activists or climate change extremists, they say no thank you, because they understand what's really at stake. That when you lose an American beef cattle producer on the land, you also lose access to safe, affordable, accessible, and high quality beef on the dinner plate. And so what I've found is anytime I'm traveling to New York City or Los Angeles or all the big cities that I have the opportunity to speak at, when I can share the story of the American cattle rancher, when I can talk about the challenges that we face, and when I can flip it to say the urban soccer mom that goes to Starbucks and has the Target right across the street and doesn't think twice about ordering with DoorDash and ordering using 2-day shipping, and with a click of a button she can get everything she needs while she bounces her babies on her lap at home in her house, that this is the same opportunity for that person, that we can make it easy and accessible, quick, and also fun. A fun way to connect back to the ranch, to connect with a story, to meet an American beef cattle farming and ranching family, to ask them every single question you could possibly ask, to look them in the eye, to shake their hands, and to make a deal based on an honest auction process where they are completely in the driver's seat to determine the price. So, by bidding on beef with us, you're not just buying steak, you're buying a story, you're buying values, you're buying hopes and dreams, you're buying an America we want to see where free market capitalism reigns king. You're supporting hardworking ranchers and you're enjoying the best beef we can possibly bring to market, period. At Bid on Beef, our third promise is that we offer coast to coast shipping. No matter where you live in the US, you're still able to get your premium steak delivered directly to your doorstep with our coast to coast shipping. So every ranch might offer different shipping deals or pricing. And of course, shipping from New York is going to look different than shipping from Texas or South Dakota or California. But the beauty of it is again, that customer is in the driver's seat. They pick the ranch, they pick the cut, they pick the price. They completely are in control of every aspect of the business. And our job as the beef cattle producers is to ensure a high quality experience every single time. Our fourth promise on Bid on Beef is honest cowboy dealings. You know, we see the Western way of life and American cattle ranching as part of the culture, as part of the lexicon, right? Where Beyonce is wearing a cowboy hat and Yellowstone has made the American cattle ranching way of life front and center. But yet, of all of that, Hollywood and the music industry and the movie business, no one tells our story better than the ranchers themselves. And there's something about the beef cattle business that I love. And what I love most about our industry is the people, where integrity and honesty and valuing a hard day's work still matters, where I can make a handshake deal and I can trust that you're good on your word. We want to bring that culture to the American public who sorely needs it, who sorely wants to be a part of something, of that community where neighbors take care of neighbors, where goods and services are traded and bartered and decide on in honest dealings without government overreach. The honest cowboy dealings is a beautiful part of our beef industry. We do have a world-class auctioneer with Wes Tiemann. We've got Cody Fleeman, who's going to be taking bids and dealing with customer service questions and making sure orders are delivered. And through this whole process, we hope to create an experience that's really trustworthy, that the consumer can count on, that the consumer can come back to whenever they need to source beef from a place that they can trust. And in turn, our hope in doing this is that we're able to tell the story of the American cattle man and woman. Our hope is that through this and through honest competition and dealings in the free marketplace, that we'll see more cattle ranchers embrace the fact that they have beef to sell, to get out of that commodity mindset and go into that value added pathway where there is no cap, where only your ability to execute a dream and a plan limits your profitability, where if you can dream it, it is possible as long as you connect and find the right people to serve, the right people that want to be a part of your story, your mission, your program, your cattle, and your beef. And so I think there's a lot of opportunities that exist. I'm really feeling hopeful. In the last 6 months, I've toured multiple new USDA inspected facilities, state of the art facilities that are assisting producers in reclaiming that beef and connecting to the consumer by making sure that the beef is processed and packaged and cut very well to ensure that high quality beef eating experience, all the way from harvesting that animal to the way it's hung to the aging process, all with the goal in mind of making sure that steak is mouth-watering, flavorful, tender, and delicious. And so I'm excited. I think we need more competition in the meat packing space. We need more competition in the beef space. And we are poised at a time in the beef cattle industry today with the low cattle numbers that we have, that prices are good. And if you can position yourself in the right way during this moment in time, the sky is the limit. And we're so excited to be a part of it, both at CK6 and at Bid on Beef. And so, man, I know I've talked a lot about the platform, and it's only because I'm just so wildly excited about it. And let's talk about logistics. So if you go to bidonbeef.com, and again, welcome 10, get you your first $10 to spend at the auction. But if you go to bidonbeef.com, it's really simple to sign up. So to participate in bidonbeef.com, simply go to the website. Once there, you'll click Create Account. That'll be in the top right-hand corner. You'll create your account, and there you can plug in your profile information, your payment methods. There you can mark your favorite lots, just like eBay. If there's something you want to buy on eBay and you put a little heart on it so that you can watch that specific lot, you have that option to do that on Bid on Beef. In your account, you'll be able to see your invoices. You'll be able to see updates on tracking and shipment. Your discount codes can be stored there. And once you're signed up, it's really easy to go check out the auctions. So at the top of the website, you're going to want to go to events. Of course, you can go to the About page. You can learn all about us. You can check out the team. You can also go to the Ranching Families page, where we already have participating producers that are on the platform. Each of their websites are linked. You can go read about their beef programs, their cattle, their family, get to know the people and the story behind the products. But from there, go to the event page. On that tab, you're going to see our full calendar of events. As soon as we get this website onboarded, which now, of course, it's officially live as of June 1st, you're going to be able to see all the upcoming auctions that are planned. So some of them will be in-person auctions with Wes at the block calling out the bids, and you'll have your bidder numbers. And some of them will be timed auctions. And of course, you always have the option to participate from the comfort of your own home. And so, as we mentioned earlier, we have several planned for June. We have Reverse Rockin' Our Ranch is going to be in the market every 45 days. We've got one very special event planned for August 24th, and that's at Mudge Farms in Illinois. Mudge Farms is host to the CK6 Genetic Allies sale, where our clients come together to bring the best of their best genetics to an auction platform. And of course, in a live cattle sale, we determine the price and we do honest biddings, and folks can get their hands on the latest embryos or bulls or females, whatever it is that we're offering on that sale at the Genetic Allies. But a new component to that sale is going to be a beef auction. And this is where it really gets cool. So last year at the Genetic Allies sale, I was in my first month of working with CK6. And so it was all pretty new to me. I was excited to meet everybody. And I just happened to have some carnivore friends in the city close to Chicago. And they knew I was coming to town. And they said, Amanda, would you come to one of our meetups? And meetup is spelled MEAT, pun intended, on a meetup, because these people really love beef. And so I was like, yes, I would love to come. I've been a carnivore forever, and I, of course, am a big fan of all things beef. And what a great opportunity it was to answer questions about the beef industry, to talk about how cattle are raised in this country and how beef gets to the dinner plate. And so went to this meetup, and I brought Tyler Duvall from Capital Angus and Texas Beef House in White House, Texas, who of course is a partner on the Bid on Beef platform, who has had great success in the beef auction space already, and they're just getting started. So I took Tyler along and I said, okay, Tyler, talk to him about your beef business. And, here it is, this big, tall Texas cowboy comes in and talks to these folks from Chicago. And what a juxtaposition what it was, but how cool it was to see what we talk about all the time in theory about connecting rural and urban America and to see it happening in real life. And what happened next was even cooler. So we enjoyed a nice meal together. We had a great conversation about the cattle industry. And then all of the carnivores came out to Mudge Farms and they sat front row for the auction sale. And while they were there, they were taking selfies with the cattle. They were just giggling, excited, really, really pumped to meet ranchers and ask questions. And they had never heard an auction before. And so getting their feedback was really instrumental because they said, "Oh, it's so fast. And how do you even know what you're bidding on?" And so our methodology within the Bid on Beef platform is we're going to slow it way down. We are going to Wes, of course, is such an incredible auctioneer, but he's going to slow down that auctioneer canter, make sure the buyers in their first auction experiences actually know what they're paying for. We're going to give people a little more time than a typical bull sale to decide on that price, but we're going to introduce them to that way of life. And there's nothing more exciting and more fun than being at a fast-paced auction. And that feeling of victory. I don't care. Maybe you guys aren't like this, but if I go to a cattle sale and I want to buy something, my husband tells me all this time, you didn't win, right? You just paid the most money. But I'm competitive. And when I like something, I really want it. And so that feeling of winning, of victory, when you are the high bidder, is something that we're recreating, but in the beef space. So to see people just cheering and jumping for joy when they're spending a premium on steak and they're thrilled about it because they won their lot. It is so fun to see. And so all that to say, at the August 24th Genetic Allies sale with CK6 Consulting at Mudge Farms, we are going to have a live beef auction. We're going to invite folks from Chicago and these carnivore groups to come out and experience that cowboy way of life. And that is one you are not going to want to miss because it is going to be a ton of fun. Now, another thing that you can do on the Bid on Beef website is you can go to auctions. You can go to current auctions. You can go look at past auctions, and you can really just see some of the results of these sales. We also have a media page where you can listen to podcasts and interviews that we've done along the way. And most importantly, I would invite you to follow along on social media. We'd love to have you be a part of the conversation. We would love any help you can give us in spreading the word, listening to this episode, sharing it with others, sharing the social media pages, and inviting the general public to be a part of this great and exciting platform that we've built. And in our research for this platform, as we built this Bid on Beef platform, we realized this is applicable to a lot of industries. So in the last couple of months, I met a flower company. They're florists, and they have a local flower company on Main Street, rural America. And I was telling them about this Bid on Beef concept, and the gentleman told me, "Amanda, we participate in flower auctions every single week where we go online and vendors tell us what flowers they have and different florists bid on it. And, may the best man win." We also see it in tuna sales, in wine auctions, car auctions, horse auctions, sports betting. There are art gallery auctions. There is a customer base that is already primed and excited about the fact that they can participate in auctions where true price discovery happens. And when you focus on quality, service, delivery, and integrity, starting from the birth of that animal all the way to it getting to the plate, that is going to resonate. That is going to ring true, I hope. It is our sincere hope with this Bid on Beef platform. So as we round out the show, I just want to thank you guys for, of course, tuning in each week to the Heart of Rural America. I want to thank you for following along on social media. As I've said, this has been a labor of love, a lot of long hours, a huge risk, a lot of effort, but our team has a shared passion and purpose for great people, great cattle, great genetics, and great beef. And it's all coming together at Bid on Beef. So I hope to see you at one of these upcoming auctions. You can check out the full schedule at bidonbeef.com. And here's hoping there's good times to come as we unveil something new, something exciting, and something innovative that has never been done before. And so it is my pleasure to officially introduce to the general public Bid on Beef. May we savor the win, knowing that good, high-quality Angus and Wagyu steaks are headed straight to your door. God bless.